All right, so before we get into the figures themselves, let's take a look at the box. I love the box. I'm keeping this for sure. I almost thought about opening it like this because it is a storefront type box that would go on a shelf and keeping it on display like that. But you can see the box literally tells you the 9 base ones, and then you have our fever boost, which I need. I need that bad. Um, it's such a like the box, but I like the little montage of all the characters right here. But the cool thing is the actual individual boxes that come with it. I'm gonna move this out of the way. The actual little boxes, oh, they got like the little foil, hollow foil to them. You got the Geats, was it Magnum Boost right here? Then you got Decade on the side. I do like this whole like this style thing. Like that's neat. I like when things do like that. Like Transformers does that a lot of their boxes and stuff from time to time. But this, I like that. That looks cool. And then also we have our list of all the figures. I need to find a way to get this, uh, the Fever Boost. Um, so before I get into the figures, I'm going to show the instructions. So because they are technically blind boxes, if you get the main box, you are guaranteed, no duplicates. But they're very straightforward. Once you build one, you can build them all. So this is kind of the base of it. And then you see how you would connect all the pieces for Magnum Boost. And then you got your character list up here. But then when you flip it over, it shows you all the intricate ones for each helmet's different and stuff like that for all the other ones included, which is really neat. So do I wish there was individual instructions for each one? No, because honestly, once I got two in, I built all of these in like maybe an hour, and that's me being generous. I think it was probably less than that. So let's start off with our current show, Gachard. Here is Valvarad. I like the detail on it. It's not overly painted. I wish it did have the little piece that went down right here that had the rust on it, but for what it is, it's not bad. Like everything just pops in. Like it's all like interlocking, very easy. These are so much easier than Soto's. By the way, no stickers at all on these. Um, I like that. Like it has a stand. So the main ones like Geats and Decade and this and that came with little stands like this that attach right here. That have little hooks to go on the waist. I'm not using them because I don't see it. I don't see the point. Um, and each one actually comes with a cool little character card that also has like a foil to it. I think this looks really neat. Like I like that a lot. And then the back has a little face, a little design logo for it. Like these are neat. This is and like I wish there was a way to kind of like attach it in the back or something, but there isn't. I will figure something out because I do want these on display with it. Next up we have Gachard, which came out really good. Just like the other ones, everything just snaps together. They're so easy. It was kind of frustrating doing the knees because this is a separate piece that each one of these connect to, and that was kind of a pain sometimes. But honestly, I like it. Like I said, no stickers. You actually have the driver on there, and it has scarf, which is a necessity. Very neat. It's not bad. And then I have his cards somewhere in this stack. I have a stack of all the cards. There we go. And I like that it's actually the figure on the card and not just a photo of the actual Kamen Rider. I do like that it's actually the toy that's on there. And then I guess we might as well go for Decade next because everything else after this is freaking Geats. A lot of Geats in this one. So I feel like they were starting this and they're like, oh, well, Gachard's not done. So let's just do Geats because we have a lot of forms. And I like it. It comes with a weapon. I will say a downside is they don't all come with weapons. And he just dropped the sword. So, like, Gachard doesn't come with his weapon. Valvrey doesn't come with his, Valva Crusher or whatever it is. And I was like, missed opportunity not having everyone have their weapons. Because I feel like that's, especially for Valvrey, like, that's such a key thing is, like, his weapon is his changer, But we have the Ride Booker, or whatever it is for Decade. The color matching on this is really nice. Very easy. Unlike all the other stuff I've done with Decade, no stickers, no having to put each one of these in there. I very impressed with this one. I'm not a big Decade fan, but it does look really neat. I do actually think it's pretty cool. Jumping into Geats, I'm gonna start with our minion, our Jamato. It's interesting that I finally have a Jamato figure, and it's from this. Like I don't have a Soto one or anything. It's just like, hey, here's a Jamato. Even little, look at that little feet with the little, little curl up on the toes. Really neat. I like it. This one was, like I said, once you build one or two in, it's second nature to build these. I do have photos and like time lapse stuff because I was keeping track while I was building them, and then I was like, I don't really care. So if I don't put them in the edit, I'll probably post them on social media. But yeah, not bad. I do wish there was more on the back of all the figures because everything seems to be front and center. But these stands are really nice. Like I really like these stands. They're sturdy. You can kind of interlock them with the sides. I don't know if I'm gonna do that when I display them. And then also even the Jamato got a card. And I like how they do like a little symbol for each one in the corner, and it's freaking foil. Like these cards are really neat. I like these a lot. And so, oh yeah, I don't know if I showed Decades. Here's Decades. And then next, my favorite one of my favorite forms from the show, we got Buffa zombie form. I like that he comes with his weapon at least, so that's good. I think that's a necessity. I do wish it was kind of painted on each side, but hey, if I have it on display like this, you'll never know the other side's not painted. Even the detail on the driver, like this is like I can even get like sticker stuff, and I could do like a little mini sticker, and I actually feel like from a sizing standpoint, this may be the same size as the stickers from the Sotos. And because I do have a spare Buffa one, I might put a Buffa ID core sticker right there just to add to it. But I do like this. Given how it's built, I wish the helmet was a little more hollow because I'd find a way to put some LEDs. Because if the eyes lit up on this, that would have been just like the chef's kiss to making this perfect. I mean, at least we got the zombie hand. Like this is probably one of my favorite ones in the set. I mean, I'm biased also, and he has the coolest card. So there's that as well. Next up, we have Punk Jack in the monster form. Interesting choice going with Punk Jack. I would have assumed if you think about Geats, they would have done Nago, if anything. But hey, I'm not going to complain about Punk Jack in the monster form, our little punchy dude. Makes sense for him not to have a weapon. He has a little cape. It's not bad. Not a bad figure. Like I said, minimalistic detail, but you can look at it and still be like, oh, that is that character. And one of the more detailed ones, I think, just from, accuracy and that is the Tycoon Ninja one. I like this one a lot. Even down to the fact that they have the green ribbon on the lower thigh above the knee, which is a separate piece to attach. He's got both his weapons. Glad they gave him his weapons. Even, down in here, the chest, you can see the gears. It's a very solid figure. I'm overly impressed with it. But like I said, so these are ones you can have on display. But if you were gonna use these for like a stop motion or figure photography, you wouldn't be showing the back of the figure at all because there's nothing there from a detail standpoint. But I like it, and the heads are very posable. They have a good range of motion. Next up, I think I'm just gonna go with Geats Boost Mark III because that's the easiest one. Very plain from the waist down, just all black figure. You got our little driver there. This was the easiest one to put together, honestly. But I like it, the detail with the more yellow lenses on there with the orange and the white and like kind of like the orangish red. Like making sure this is accurate. If it was not yellow, it would not be accurate because if we go over and look at freaking our Magnum Boost, he has the more orange lenses. And really quick, because I forgot, here is Tycoon's card and Punk Jack's. I like that pose for Punk Jack. It's a good pose. And yeah, so there's not really, it even has a little scarf back here. Not a whole lot to this figure, but like I said, you look at it, you're like, hey, that's Geats Boost Mark III. So it's like you're not really, you don't have to guess what things are. They look very accurate. And here's the card for that. Then last up, the star of the show, who's on the box and everything else besides Decade, we have Magnum Boost, which is obviously our more intricate and detailed one because he has all the, everything. And we can see the driver there. The neat thing about this is you could technically do anything for the Boost Magnum. Like you could put Buffa's head on this, Tycoon, Punk Jack even. You can even put Geet's head on the Punk Jack one. So it's like, oh, remember the debut of the Monster Buckle? That was for Geet's. It's like you could sit here and pop the head off, put it right on there, and boom. Everyone remembers when this form debuted and Geet's technically saved Buffa and the egg hatched and he punched, and it was like, yeah. So it's like I like how these are interchangeable. You could even do it with the Geet's zombie. You could do it with basically all of them if you want. Like when Tycoon used zombie and this and that. So really neat. I like them. Good figures. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring over some other toy lines and compare them for size and this and that. I'm not gonna compare all of them. I'm probably mainly gonna compare. Let's just compare Geet's to everything. All right, so I grabbed some various other toys from the collection off the display. We got ourselves a Converge. We got ourselves a Shoto O. And then we also have a regular Soto for a comparison. So, from a Converge standpoint, obviously not even the same height. Obviously, the Converges are nice from a base detail standpoint. These are like, probably from a standpoint of entry level. These are probably like the cheapest ones you'll get. The arms can move, and that's it. No real posability. They just stand there unless you get the Converge motion ones, which do their signature poses. So compared to that, I'd say little less than double in height. Then we have the Shoto. Excuse me for the burp. I don't know where that came from. Almost the same height, but it's like I don't want to say these are like the SD Gundams, like super deformed style, but it's like they are. There is some weird proportionalness going on. I think it's mainly the helmet just seems off but it's like from a Shoto standpoint, they're the same height. I always say the only thing I don't like about Shotos is just it's usually one or two stickers, but there's not enough there's no details on the drivers. And so I don't really get a lot of these unless it's like for characters I really like, or if I buy a box instead of buying individual characters and I get ones that, I don't hate. Like I like the zombie one, but it's like it's not my favorite, but it was the closest one I could grab. Next up, for a real one-to-one comparison, we have the Magnum Boost Geet's Soto to compare with our Magnum Boost Geet's blocks. Now, obviously, the Sotos, because they are sticker hell, are way more detailed. Like even the weapons are like honestly, I prefer the blocks weapons because it's painted. But obviously, the scaling to the form on this is a lot better. It's bigger, but from a price standpoint, honestly, I want to say they're very similar for pricing because I usually spent anywhere from like 35 to 45 or 50 on a full wave of Sotos. And usually you get what, 6 figures, sometimes accessories, or I have to go back and buy more like for the entry forms to make more characters. Whereas for 55, you're getting 9 guaranteed figures. But just from a comparison of the detail and quality, like you can't beat Sotos. Nothing will, unless it's a SH figure art. But I will say there's something charming about these that are just so like I don't know. There's something about them on display. Like they're gonna look so nice. I can't wait to get my display set up for them. And then here is the Sotos. Sotos will always have be my first choice, but if JoyToy World keeps releasing Kamen Rider ones, like I'm gonna keep buying them. Like this is the new line that's like I'm gonna keep up with and talk about. I also like that these are movable, just like the Soto. You can't move those; they're locked in. But the Sotos also have more range of motion because of how articulate they are and how many pieces there are and this and that. Like, so not bad, not a bad comparison. But that's it. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts. So I'm gonna switch over the camera really quick. I'm not lying or joking when I tell you this is the new. This is the new shit, okay? I'm definitely picking up. And I bought this. This was not sent to me. This was not one of those things where it's like, "Hey, we want to send you something, do a video." No, I bought this. I talked about it briefly, I think on one of the Tokutonic shifts when it was announced, and then I bought it. But I'm really glad like I got this. I'm keeping the box. Like obviously I'm a box like horror. I save all the boxes. I get in trouble. My wife hates it, but you know what? They look. It looks nice. Look at this box. This box looks nice. But yeah, you can go get this. It's still in stock right now on JoyToyWorld.com. Go get it. It's worth it. I think the most. I'm trying to think. The easiest way to get it, I think, is just JoyToyWorld.com/collections/Kamen dash Rider. I will put the link in the description. Pick yourself up one. Trust, like they're fun. I think they're going to be great to display. Like I said, you can tell just looking at them what characters they are. And because of how the body proportions are, they definitely stand out on display. I might clip in at the end of this video me having them on display just to show them when it's all done. If not, I'll probably do it as a YouTube short or something like that. But yeah, go let me know in the comments below what you think of these. Are you gonna pick them up? Have you picked up any other new toys lately? Are there any new toy lines that like I haven't talked about that I might need to know about? Because listen, if we're getting stuff out of China now that's not just like, you know, the bigger 1-to-1 scale stuff, and we're getting more figures and stuff like this, like I'm down. I'm gonna pick them up. But I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget the subscribe button and like. Don't forget to comment. Tell me what you think of these. Which one got you impressed? Did you pick some up? If you picked these up and you got that fever boost Geets, I'm jealous. Feel free to brag about it. I won't be mad. I'll just cry in the corner. But that's it for the video. I thank you guys for watching. Also, I just picked up this nice, delicious shirt from Piran Horn Heroes on YouTube. Another great Toku content creator that I've collabed with before. Go pick up their new shirt. I also got their new Ultraman Toku head shirt. I'm gonna wear that in another video that I gotta record. But yeah, just go check them out. I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.